another L this week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Cornhuskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will have the ball first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Snagged in the middle. It's Allen. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Oh, what a cut! Trying to take it back.
This is obviously a quarterback that has had a lot of success here in recent weeks, and you wonder maybe if he's feeling himself just a little bit too much, a little bit too eager here in the opening drive, taking a shot deep down the field he probably shouldn't have, and the defense made him pay for it with the INT.
Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And it's picked off at the goal line. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes! The defense takes matters into its own hands. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Ellis. He's got him in the flat. Turning it on! He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
And this is good news for the offense here, because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's incomplete, and will change into the field now. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Going with the ground game left. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And 4th down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game.
There he goes! And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive, you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Back to pass, it's Ellis. Using the quick game. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He got it. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He'll pull it down and run. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's on target and complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Buck. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air on 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense.
Breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And you got to love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Ellis. Finds the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly. He'll throw on 3rd down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. They're working that left side. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Buck. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Buck. They were trying to find the edge there by swinging it out to the right, but there was no room to run.
Yeah, in order for that play to work, they're going to have to get better blocking up front. Those receivers and tight ends, they've got to do a better job getting a hat-on-hat and give that running back a chance to go somewhere with the ball.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
Miami 28, Nebraska 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Second down coming up. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Ellis. Zings it complete to the right. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Here we go.
Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Leaves it with the back. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far.
Turning it on! Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Right back to the well. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Here's the pressure. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it behind the line. It's Buck. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Going to try to get it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these runs.
Going over the top. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarter.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Lowers those pads. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosion. Get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So 1st down will open up the final period. Deep DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
We're seeing more and more offensive coordinators find creative ways to get their best athletes, their wide receivers, involved in the running game. And what better way to do it than with the jet sweep? Great example right there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run this play from the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's running free down the middle. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The defense putting points on the board.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this...
Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a winner in the battle of the Willamette Valley between Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Buying some time as he moves left. Lost, the defense is wide open. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield. They couldn't hook up.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
He's taking the shot. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to beat Greg right here to end the game.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete on the comeback.